So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's it, YouTube? Happy Dueling, bringing you, as you can see, an updated Prank Kids deck. And that is because we've got this little guy, Prank Kids Roxy's. Now, Prank Kids Roxy's makes the Thunder Dragon version a little bit stronger, and on top of that, it gives another Prank Kid floater for the deck as well. So this card is, if it's sent to the graveyard as a material for a fusion or link summon of a Prank Kids monster, you can banish one card from your hand, and if you do, draw one card, then you special summon one Prank Kids monster from your hand or deck in defense position, except itself. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, as you can see with that banish cost effect, that is what makes Thunder Dragon version a little bit stronger. I do have a budget version of this deck using the Toad engine. If you would like to see that, put that in the comments below and I'll make sure I get the profile done and put up for you guys. I just don't want to kind of saturate over the top with the Prank Kids unless you guys want it. So without further ado, I'm going to take you through the deck, show you what we've got, show you what changes I've made, just kind of see how much Rock changes everything. So, we get started with triple Prank Kids Roxy's. You could bomb it to 2 if you wanted to, but you kind of... The issue with Prank Kids right now is, unless they get like a Link 1 or a 1-card fusion monster that kind of takes out the Thunder Dragon engine of the deck, which apparently in the OCG they are getting more support, they do require a lot of... they require at least a 3-card combo. I mean, the base minimum is 2, but even then that requires you to have instant fusion, then get another Prank Kids on board, link those up, and then start doing your moves, and it's a little bit slower, but it does get the game going for you. Then we've got triple Lampsies. Now, I've already gone through their effects in the past, but I'll kind of abbreviate them for you. This one is, when it's sent to the graveyard, you burn your opponent for 500, and then bring one back for the link or fusion summon of a Prank Kids monster. Triple Dropsies, this one gains 1,000, and then, you know, summons another one from deck. And then Fancies sends a spell or trap from your deck, I believe it's Prank Kids cards. Yeah, one Prank Kids card from your deck to the graveyard, except itself, and then summons another one from deck. We've then got 2 King of the Swamp. Now, you could, if you wanted to, play the Elemental Hero Prisma version with Rhoda, and of course, Brains on Dead, A Hero Lives. That then gives you more extension. If A Hero Lives was at 3, this deck would be a little bit more consistent, and you would definitely play the Prisma engine. The reason I play King of the Swamp in this deck is, number 1, it searches your poly, which is what you need as part of your combos. Number 2, it can be used as Thunder Dragon, the original Thunder Dragon. So if you play Thunder Dragon Fusion, or if you just want to play poly, you can hard summon out your Thunder Dragon Colossus, which can sometimes be very, very powerful. For the Thunder Dragon engine, we've got triple Thunder Dragon Dark, 1 Thunder Dragon Raw, and 1 Thunder Dragon Hawk. Now, Hawk is really, really important in this deck. I kind of left it out in my last profile, and just through more and more testing, I kind of sent, like, there's times where I want to send this off a Gold Sark to fix my hand, because sometimes you can get a very bricky hand, and this will be able to fix it for you. And then, of course, you've got the other Thunder Dragons that do their natural duties. Okay, so continuing on with the deck, it's then 3 hand traps of your choice. So I've got Droll and Lockbird in here because obviously FTK. Not that that's as big of an issue right now, but you still got Rongo, Bongo, Turbo. So these can be like Ashes, Ogres, any 3 hand traps of your choosing, entirely up to you. You could put the traps in if you wanted to. It really depends on your build. So these are 3 kind of spaces. This is a 42 card deck, so if you wanted to, you could take them all out and go for a 40 card deck. You can put in Desires if you want, but you don't want to be losing too much of your advantage. If you wanted to, you could bump up Kingdom of Swamp to 3. You could bump Original Poly up to 3, and you could bump Terraforming up to 2. Or, of course, you can play the field spell engine of, I think it's Fusion Recycling Plant. And then that allows you to add one of your Prank Kids or Fusion materials back to your hand, should you need to. Speaking of the field spell, we play 3 Prank Kids place. Like I said, it is important that to get the combo going, you need 2 Prank Kids and a Fusion spell, or of course Instant Fusion and at least a Prank Kids. So the field spell is very, very important. I've only got the 1 Terraforming. You can easily play 2 if you wanted to. It was just trying to get the ratios correct in this deck, because you can only activate 1 place per turn. If I was to put the other field spell in there, I'd probably play 2 Terraforming, just to give it a bit more consistency. We've then got triple Instant Fusion. This is very, very important. This you instant fuse into Rocket, but then ideally you have to have another Prank Kids monster on board. So this is useless on its own, but very important if it's late game and you've already got 2 Prank Kids in the grave, or of course if you've got another Prankids in hand and you're going first. Triple Prankids Pandemonium, obviously this is their fusion spell quick play as well. The only downside is it does lock you into Prankids for the rest of the turn. Double Poly, now the reason I've got Double Poly is I did play one Fusion sub, but I am now playing 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now the reason I'm playing 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion is because it's not limited to Thunder Dragon Fusions, it's limited to Thunder Fusions. So you can actually use Thunder Dragon Fusion to make Prankids Battle Butler, which for those of you who don't know is a quick play Raigeki. It's also searchable, and you can banish it from graveyard to search out one of your Thunder Dragons. So on top of that, that can search you out your Hawk or anything else that you might need. Obviously the next turn, not the turn it's played. I found this very, very useful at 1 because I was able to activate this, spin 3 of my Prankids back, because you do burn through them quite quickly, and then summon out the Battling Butler to nuke my opponent's board whenever I choose. And then it's kind of like a TT, well not a TT, it is a quick play Raigeki during their turn. Like, you let them set up their board, and if they don't put protection on board, you just go, cool, Battling Butler, nuke their board, protect your cards, and push your plays further forward. Then on top of that, I don't play Titan in the extra, but the other reason this is good is if you do have a King of the Swamp in the grave and a Thunder monster, so that can then be any of your Thunder Dragons, or of course your Thunder Lapses, where are we? Fancies, sorry, in your graveyard. You can activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion, spin those back, and get a Colossus out as well. Sometimes you can end the ball with 2 Colossus, so very, very important. Double Prankids Pranks. This is very, very cool to kind of recycle your graveyard. On top of that, if you open up this and a Prankids monster, this is kind of like their version of a double summon. So if you open up 2 Prankids monsters, you normal summon 1, activate this, ditch the other one, and summon out a token. That gives you link material to start pushing your combos further forward. Double Gold Sark with Roxy's. This is less relevant in my opinion, because yes, you can Gold Sark to fix your hand if you need to, and Gold Sark to search out a Thunder Dragon Fusion, or of course summon a Thunder Dragon from deck. All very, very well advised plays. But you kind of want to be ideally banishing your Thunder Dragons off of your Roxys to get you to draw. That is what gives you that extension on your board and pushes your plays further forward. You've got to be very, very careful exactly what you Gold Sark and what you leave for Roxys, because the chances are you will burn through your Roxys very, very early on. So the banish from hand, you want to make sure that what you're banishing is worth banishing to either give you additional plus, or of course, I know that you replace it with a draw off of your Roxys, but you've got to make sure that it's very, very careful of what you are banishing. And then of course 2 Corporate of Graves. Like, I played this at locals at the weekend, and this, oh, so good. You can play it at free now that it is back at free. It's just not, it can get cloggy at free, which kind of sucks a little bit. Definitely have the third in the side, depending on what you're up against. Now to the extra deck. Extra deck is quite straightforward. Triple Prankids Rocket, 1 Prankids Battle Butler, and 1 Prankids Weather Washer, which I call it Wishy Washer just because that's just how I remember it as a kid, or like there was something like that as I was a kid. So these are all very, very important. This does what Rocket does, but during your opponent's turn. This is your quick play Raigeki, and this, obviously, you tribute this off, bring back 2 Prankid cards that aren't fusions from your graveyard, which means you can recycle your Doodle Doos, your Bow Wow Bark, and even better, your Rip Roaring Rooster. So you can bring this back off of Rocket, which is insane. So you just go instant fusion. Let's say you're playing up against all guys, you make this guy, nuke their back row, then they try to set their back row back up. If you use Wishy Washer or of course Rocket, tribute that off, bring this back, quick play, boom, nuke their back row again. And then of course you've got Bow Wow Bark, which gives what it points to an extra K. And then of course you've got Doodle Doo, which searches you out a spell as well. So that is your lineup for your Prankids. Then of course where the money comes in, you've got double Thunder Dragon Colossus. It's very, very easy to make because it just requires a tribute of a Thunder monster, which of course Fancies is. So if you activate a Thunder Dragon card in hand, whether it be Raw, Hawk, or of course Dark, you then get to tribute off your Fancies. You turn a level 1 monster into a boss of a Colossus. We've then got the 1 Link Karibo to go off of your Fancies should you not be able to go into a Colossus, or you want to go into this, unlock the zone down there and then push your plays further forward that way. Your Nightmare Unicorn, your Nightmare Phoenix, and of course your 1 Boral Sword Dragon. Now of course if you want to make this more budget, like I said, there is another option for that. You take out your Boral Sword, you can take out your Unicorn, and you take out your 2 Colossus. And what you replace these with is you replace these with Toads. So you're totally awesome because you do run the Toad engine, or you can run the Toad engine in the budget version. So you run the Toad engine, that gives you access to 2, if not 3 Toads, because The water Prankids, of course, is a level 2 aqua, so Dropsies does help you get into Totally Awesome. And then you use your normal summon on the Toad engine. It's not as powerful now that Roxy's out because the Thunder Dragon engine does kind of take precedence on that. But it still makes the deck very, very powerful and cheap for you guys to play, because you can pick up a full Prankids core for about 50 quid, if not less, including the extra deck monsters that you need. And then all you need to do is pick up the rocks, which are only going to be a few quid each. So in total, you've probably paid 60 quid, got yourself pretty much a full Prankids core. And then on top of that, getting your staple stuff like Instant Fusion and kind of cards like that, it lets you extend your plays even further. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.